In today's video, I'm going to be covering some of the supplements that I take here in Thailand to survive the savage and brutal training conditions that shock many people's systems when they first get here, especially if they go in full force training twice a day, 2 to 3 hour sessions each time, which I don't really recommend when you first get here. Start slow. And I know a lot of you guys aren't from places like this that are ultra humid, so keep that in mind. And that brings me to the first supplement that can save your butt while you're here, and that is straight up electrolytes. I think many people overlook electrolytes. They are readily available here in Thailand at 7-Elevens. Most pharmacies have them. They've got Gatorade and stuff as well, but it's overpriced compared to these powder packets that you can buy for like 5 or 6 baht. This brand here is Sarah, which I don't normally use. Usually I use Royal D because it's sugar-free and it still tastes quite good. And honestly, it's just so important to constantly be refreshing the electrolytes that your body is losing because you're just sweating so much in this humidity, all the potassium, the sodium, magnesium, etc. Which is why I recommend also getting a magnesium supplement. I've got some magnesium citrate here that I take before I go to bed every night. Not only does it help me sleep for better recovery, but it's also one of those minerals that becomes depleted the more that you're sweating and pushing yourself during your Muay Thai training. Stay hydrated out there, kids. The next supplement that I find helps me quite a bit, which I guess is controversial to some out there, is to get yourself a multivitamin, a solid multivitamin. I use Life Extension. I know a lot of people like to parrot that, oh, multivitamins are a waste of your money, or supplements in general are a waste of your money and you just pee them out. But from everything that I've been reading, I would say that it's not totally true. If you have a decent, well-rounded, healthy diet as is, yeah, maybe you won't need a multivitamin, but I would argue that the vast majority of people do not get all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that they need on a daily basis. And even if I am already getting the vitamins and nutrients that I need, I'd rather be safe than sorry and cover all my bases, even if it means peeing out all the excess every day. Also, when you do buy a multivitamin, please look into the brand to make sure that they have all of the necessary ingredients in the right amounts, because there's some out there that, like Centrum is a very popular one. It's got vitamins A to Z, blah, 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 but it's like a small fraction of what you actually need. And I would agree that certain brands like that are probably a waste of money. But if you can get your hands on a solid brand and you have the side cash, do it. And yeah, this applies to all of the supplements that I'm discussing on today's video. This next one is probably one of the most, if not the most, heavily studied athletic performance supplement out there. Creatine monohydrate. This should be taken by, in my opinion, all athletes and non-athletes, because not only does it help with athletic performance, strength, explosiveness, recovery, but also there's a lot of studies out there now that have revealed that it's really good for brain health as well. For mild depression, just your mood in general, and it helps prevent Alzheimer's and dementia as one ages. So I think creatine's a no-brainer, and it's also very cheap. You will hear some people say, oh, but it adds a bunch of water weight, it's not good for fighting, makes you look puffy. I think all of that is BS, honestly. It does retain a small amount of water, maybe a couple pounds, but nothing crazy. I remember seeing a video posted by one championship fighter, Liam Nolan. He mentioned that he uses creatine, and he was actually kind enough to respond to a comment I left on the video asking about the water weight being held in your muscles and how it could possibly affect your weight cut and cutting weight as a fighter. And he says he just takes it every day, even during the weight cutting process, and he has no issues with making weight. So I thought that was pretty cool. On top of having a multivitamin, there's also a couple other vitamins that I like to buy on the side and are great for not only your overall health and your immune system, because if you are overtraining in Muay Thai, it can mess with your immune system. And the last thing you want when you're here, especially if you're not here for long or permanently, is to get sick and waste some of your time here in Thailand. Vitamin C, tried and true for your immune system. And it also helps with the buildup of collagen in your body, which can help prevent injuries in your joints, etc. I've also got here a vitamin D3 with K2 supplement, they tend to come together because they're synergistic and help each other absorb into your system. It's great for your heart health and your bones and joints, which with Muay Thai being a very, very physical sport, you're smashing your bones against each other all the time. I think anything that can help with the healing process or just making them stronger in general is a no-brainer and definitely helpful. And I don't have the bottle on me right now, but zinc is another mineral that I like to take on top of the multivitamin because it's also great for your immune system and a whole number of other things, including testosterone production, which you can't go wrong with if you're an athlete or a martial artist. As someone who's dealt with very annoying injuries in the past, I like to focus on recovery and wound healing, especially for my joints. Glucosamine combined with chondroitin has been great for that. I don't know if it's a placebo or not, but some of my old injuries, they're just not as aggravated as they once were. Yeah, I feel fantastic, honestly. Maybe it's a placebo. If it is, I don't care. Which brings me to a collagen supplement. These seem to be very popular here in Thailand in the beauty industry. There's two types. There's type 1 and type 2. This one that I have here, I think is both. So I think it's type 1 that helps with your skin and your nails, hence the beauty side of things. And then it's type 2 that helps with the collagen and strengthening that and building that up in your joints. Again, I want to prevent those joint injuries. I actually started taking it because my girlfriend here, I noticed, was taking it. And I looked into it a bit and I was like, okay, it can have some just overall health benefits and hopefully help keep me looking young and pretty, along with keeping my bones and my joints strong. Next up, we have another heavily studied supplement. You guessed it. You're probably waiting for it. Whey protein isolate. I actually don't use this for a number of reasons. I do have it, I'll have a shake every now and then if I feel like for that day I'm a little bit behind in my protein intake, but I'm lucky enough to have an amazing Thai girlfriend who genuinely enjoys cooking up all these protein-rich dishes that are delicious, nutritious, and I definitely get more protein than I need. And also the protein farts, I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, if you feel like you're behind in protein overall and you maybe just don't have the time to get the amount needed through food, buy some. It works. There's another supplement that I don't take that is recommended and used by a lot of people, heavily studied, and that is fish oil. I wish I could take it, but for some reason I get heart palpitations and anxiety, which is an extremely rare side effect. I looked into it online, like it does happen. So I just try to get that naturally through eating some fish a couple days a week, which is readily available here in Thailand. So that's everything that I currently take. There's a couple things that I'm looking into. One of them being HMB, which was once used a lot as a bodybuilding supplement, but once the studies came out saying that it didn't really help with building muscle so much, you don't hear about it anymore. But apparently one thing it does do well in is help the prevention of muscle loss that you already have. So a lot of elderly people take it for that reason, and I've been reading that it's probably good for when you're weight cutting for a fight. When you're cutting weight, it's inevitable that you might lose at least a little bit of muscle strength or mass, and HMB can help prevent that. And we got beta-alanine, which I'm on the fence on only because I tried it back when I was a teenager and I got, I think it's paresthesias, I forget the name of it, but you get tingling all over your body, and for me, it was ultra uncomfortable. I think some people might just be more sensitive to it than others. So I'm considering trying that again, but probably not. So that's everything that I take along with caffeine. I drink a lot of coffee, probably more than I should throughout the day, but I find it helps a lot to get through these heavy training camps and training days when preparing for a fight as well.